Hello, and welcome back to Shelter. Wasn't that a fun time? Luke had a fun time. I assume he's broken everything. Isn't that fun? But I guess we'll just continue Maxie Boy's route, right? He's a good lad. He's cute. The moments that followed were kind of frantic. I had overexerted my body with undulate mana, so much that I broke a bone in my leg after falling from the sky. Max wanted to get a medic, but I stopped him. I still kept a hold of Surrey and mana charge, and their racial ability allows me to mend a broken bone. The process was full of pain, screaming, and cursing. Max was trying his hardest to push and hold the bone back in to its exact correct position, while I burned the blue mana to heal myself. In the end, we managed to fix me. I even healed the cuts on my face. Right now, I feel like crap, though.
Well, Luke, I've never heard you say fuck and shit so many times in a row before. You usually use those milder substitutes.
Sorry. I know there's no excuse for rudeness.
Oh, I think a broken bone is a pretty good excuse, you know? Besides, I kinda liked it.
Thanks, but don't get used to that.
Back to being a good boy now, and not a rage-fueled demon of vengeance.
Come on, I had a good reason to be mad.
I know. I will personally make sure that Dandelion keeps his word and only pees at designated spots outside of Shelter. Are you going to, buy something or not? Please buy.
We are currently by Dandelion's cart. On our way here, he explained his personal situation in more detail. In short, the Chihuahua clan is a family of rich merchants. Because of their inferiority in combat, they usually focus on learning the trade. Dandelion is a born genius with numbers. At least for canine standards, to put it in other words, he's able to count and multiply to sums of over 100 without having to ask his friends for extra fingers and toes. However, despite his talent and arithmetics, he has a terrible mindset for merchandising. He's too honest, timid, and altruistic for persuasion. Yes, those are that word. The first day he was put in charge of the shop, in his guardian's absence, he sold a suit of enchanted scale armor for the price of a linen shirt to a desperate, penniless, to-be adventurer in need. Another time, he lent a beggar a high amount of money out of their shop's counter, so they could have another chance in life. In none of those or similar situations, the beneficiaries ever came back to repay. Every time Dandelion was left at the stores unsupervised, he lost a small fortune for his clan. He's a dog with a colossal anti-talent for anything related to money, the worst business partner, and a spineless, sentimental sucker, a failure of a merchant with no respect for money. In other words, he's a good person with a kind heart, trying and failing to work in a profession for leeches. I still haven't decided if I respect him or pity him yet. Sure, we'll buy something, just let me get it straight. Your clan basically kicked you out so you wouldn't waste any more of their fortune, right?
No, my honor-bound family sent me on a journey of self-discovery.
And told you to never come back unless it's with a cart full of gold.
Yes, in their limitless benevolence, they gifted me this cart.
So you came to Shelter out of all places.
Yes, I did. I arrived a week ago, just in time for your famous skies ablaze. Wow, the word about us really spreads far, huh? Where did you hear about us? The home of the Crimson Royal Grey Grove, the capital. I met Lord Rune Moon there. He saved my skin, and I assisted him in gathering certain supplies he needed, and he told me about you all. And the safest place in the world, a gigantic metal den where miracles happen, and dogs can be who they truly are. And about a fearsome, powerful human who... Wait, you met Rune at the capital? When? Must have been when he traveled to meet the wolves and negotiated our autonomy. Yes, he went for an audience with them, but he must have gravely upset them. Because he came out of the palace without a hand.
What?
Didn't he lose it during a fight with a monster? With the monsters?
Yeah, he was, bitten right in front of me. I was there when he lost his eye and got his hand shredded. Well, it wasn't, like, bitten off clean, but it was so damaged he couldn't use it. We thought we could still save it, and it looked like it could heal well. But when we returned from his journey to the capital, he told me it wouldn't heal after all, and that they had to remove it.
That cannot be true.
It was bandaged, yes, but I shook his right hand, just before he went out into the palace. He gave me a strong, manly, heroic handshake. I will need to talk with Rune after Skies Ablaze ends.
I also met Lord Cooper, the Caucasian, a paragon of everything canine. He is, yes. He was heading towards shelter as well. I knew that if so many great dogs gathered here, this was the place I had to experience with my own eyes. So, here I am, your lowly servant, and with his cart of affordable yet high-quality goods, yes.
And for some reason, you decided to advertise your store by peeing on popular hangout spots around shelter. Why? I don't understand that. What's the correlation?
And that's actually a clever and effective technique. You get subconsciously attracted to familiar scents. Putting the mark in marketing, as my brothers say. Yes.
But none of that from now on, right?
None. I shall market only outside. While inside your glorious abode, I'll limit myself only to begging. That's another one of my specialties.
Wonderful. You are a good boy, Dandelion.
I appreciate your words, human, but praise won't fill my stomach. Are you planning to purchase something, or only look?
Okay. See anything you like, Max?
That cap. The design on the front. Is that what I think it is?
Hey, that's our emblem.
Yes, good eye, Lord Maximus. This is a prototype I made last night, the only one of its kind. You can have it. Thank you. How much? For you, nothing. Take it, please. Pay me in exposure.
Dandelion stares at Max with wide eyes, wagging his tail like crazy. Max glances at me with a somewhat conflicted expression. No, that won't do. Not for a good crafted work like this. I'll buy it. How much do you want for it?
Oh, you want it, Luke? Forgive me, O greedy human. I already gave it to Lord Maximus.
Yeah, but he hasn't accepted it yet, right?
Well, no, but I like this cap.
Let's hold a quick auction. How about that?
An auction? Sure. I mean, if you want it so much, I could just give...
An auction it is then, with Dandelion as the witness of our verbal contract, right?
Yes? Great. How much do you have on you, Max?
And just enough to buy snacks and booze for us both. I left most of my money in my room.
Perfect. Half a canine gold. That's my starting bid.
What? I don't have that much on me, sorry.
I win then. Here you go, Dandelion. I reach out my arm and pour a handful of silver coins, and I had counted during our talk, enough to feed one small dog full for multiple weeks, even at shelter's inflated rates. Would be enough to feed him for months back in the mainland.
That's too much, human.
Doesn't matter. We all agreed on the auction. This is how much I'm paying for it. I bought it from you just now, right?
Forgive me, Lord Maximus. Though astonishingly unsentimental and possessive, your human companion has a point. Contracts should always be respected. You would make a good, ruthless merchant yourself, oh dear human customer. The cap legally belongs to you from this day onward.
Dandelion gives me a bow, and Max looks at me with an expression more confused than upset. I know he doesn't care about receiving gifts, but this must be a weird situation for him.
Well, I'm sure it will look great on you. Here you go.
Me? No, I don't think so. Keep it. It's almost like custom made for you. Happy skies ablaze, Max. Max looks at me dumbfounded for a while before it finally hits him that, in a very convoluted way, I just gave him a gift. He wags his tail, flustered, and hangs his mouth open, trying to come up with anything to say. He's so happy.
Thank you. But Luke, I don't have a gift for you.
Sure you do. You could have spent this day with any of those hundreds of dogs here, but you decided to hang out with me instead. That's a great gift. Max chuckles and looks at the cat with fondness. Even without canine empathy, I can tell he's genuinely happy right now. Not just pretending to be.
So, I found Selene and Pyobar. They aren't coming to help me with the performance, since we originally planned to perform later during the evening. They already have plans for the afternoon.
Well, crap, what are you gonna do?
What else? I'm gonna play solo. I already sent a few guys to spread the word. But don't worry about that now. We still have enough time for a couple snacks before we settle down for our quick concert.
Oh man, I feel kind of guilty for messing up your plans. Not only don't you have any help for the concert, but also our time for it is gonna be cut short around twilight. I wish I could help.
Oh, he's wearing the hat. Oh, he's cute. Have we seen him from a side view? That's cute. What? No. He's cute. Look at this happy boy. Oh, Luke, I thought you would never ask. I have something very special to ask you for the performance. It's something that can make up for everything we lack.
Something you said that said only I can do, right?
Yep. Listen, Luke. I'd like to incorporate one of your embers into the performance.
What? Dude, are you serious?
Absolutely. I want to make this the coolest performance ever.
The coolest and deadliest performance? You know this isn't something that should be cast for no reason. There's so much that can go wrong.
Out of all people, I didn't expect you to be so worried about that. You're really good with that stuff.
Oh boy. I'll be honest with you. I don't feel too confident about that. But if that can help you, I'll do what I can.
Thank you, Luke. It will be unforgettable. You'll see.
Yeah,
I think there are 2 or more flashes of relatively safe embers I can use, and even if I fail, the guys will still have Skies Ablaze to look forward to later, so not a great loss.
Actually, I have something very specific in mind.
Yeah? Max grins. It takes an exaggerated wide stance. He then throws his arm towards the forward and shouts at the top of his lungs.
Primal Ember! Garden of Gods!
The dogs nearby stare at us surprised and get quiet for a moment, before everything returns to their own talks and snacks. Max seems proud of his impersonation of me. He got so much into this act that even the snow around his ankles repelled a little from a burst of his spirit. I feel a bit uncomfortable, though. Oh no. Is that really how I sound?
Yeah, it's admittedly kind of lame now, but pretty cool in the heat of the moment, really. Plus, it's the perfect spell for us tonight. It makes the time slow down to a crawl, and we enter something like a dream we can control.
No, it creates a temporal speck of reality out of the contents of the target's mind, traumas and all. It's not something that can be controlled at all, and it's not a party trick.
What is it then?
It's like, I don't know, for epiphanies and stuff.
Oh, and that's cool. People listen to music for the very same reason. We all gather together as one big family to share this special time together and getting closer with each other and more in touch with our own selves.
How would you even use that in a concert? We're talking about a big crowd, right?
Yeah, quite big, but maybe we can work around that. You know how howling can help us align for our canine abilities, right?
Yeah?
I noticed that when I play a good tune and the crowd really gets into the flow, they can spontaneously connect with me and the other dogs via pack mentality, just like that.
Max snaps his fingers for emphasis. Seriously?
Yeah, that's why they love it so much. So, maybe you can try using the garden on me so it hopefully attracts the whole pack. Since I'll act as the target for the spell, we should be able to spread its benefits to everyone. I'm much better mentally than I used to be, and music makes everything even more wonderful.
Okay, I'll consider it.
Thank you, look. Thank you. It'll all work out perfectly. You'll see.
Don't get excited just yet. It won't matter if I can't cast that ember in the first place. I haven't used interspecies magic in a long time. We're already talking about 3rd level mana burning here. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure if I can even control the canine in its most basic form, as I am right now.
Dude, I literally just saw you fly in healing broken bone like 10 minutes ago.
Special circumstances. Max chuckles and shakes his head in disbelief. Then he glances at me and grins. He stops, crouches, and raises one of his hands, and as if preparing for a strike. What is he going to? Before I can stop him, Max jabs the side of his own stomach with his finger. He winces for a moment, but then wags his tail and looks at me expectantly. You really shouldn't have!
To put a smile on their muzzles, there's no price at all. Now, less nagging, more casting. It's right here. Catch it before it floats away.
Max points seemingly at nothing in the air beside him, but I can sense the presence of mana charge without him telling me. I really feel like he shouldn't have hurt himself, but I can't help but feel grateful for his dedication to his role and the faith he puts in me. Maybe this is exactly the personal breakthrough I need for myself. I felt for a long time that I don't belong here. My role in shelter is to keep its mechanisms running, so everything can stay here and in warmth and safety. I run the tavern too, but while that gives the dog an environment to grow closer with each other, I usually keep to the side myself. Now I have the opportunity to actively to bring everyone together, even if it's with magic that will only last just a few minutes. I reach out my hand and let Max's mana flow out into the air. Flow from the air into my body. I let it settle among my own while I take a deep breath and keep inner balance. Okay. I'm gonna end the part here for today, guys, so I will see you around.